Namaste and welcome. This is Ashna here with Divine Soul Resonance, welcoming everyone to my channel with all my love and all my heart. Thank you all for your love and support, and if you're coming here for the first time, I welcome you. So many of you have asked me to bring forth some content on number synchronicities and what they mean and what is it that's taking place in your life, or what are the angels, what is your higher guidance trying to tell you when you're seeing those number patterns. And I feel honored that so many of you have subscribed to my channel and you find those number patterns very, very helpful, and they bring in clarity, or they give you some more information to help you, guide you along the path. I truly do feel blessed. So many of you I know have subscribed through that, so thank you for that. And I bring forth these number patterns that I personally have experienced a lot in my life. So it's not just something that I read online or I'm doing research and bringing forth. That's wonderful too, but my soul guidance brings in the things that I personally have gone through. That's part of my journey. That's part of my authentic expression here. So today, having said that, I'm bringing forth a number pattern that I myself have been seeing quite consistently, and that is number 711. Have you been seeing this number 711? Have you been wondering, reading on what that number means? Now, when we are going through a period of awakening, which means we are awakening to our soul, we are awakening to who we are at the core, peeling off the layers one at a time. Everything was already present. You know, the flowers were there, the clouds were there, the sky is there, the numbers are there, people are there. How is it that suddenly we begin to really pay attention to that, to really feel like that's what's looking at me? I'm looking at it and it's looking at me. It is because you are going deeper within your soul. You're going deeper within yourself to break free from that matrix, to break free from just what the eyes can see. And that is your inner guidance. That's what we talk about, intuition. So if you're seeing repeated numbers, the first big message, and I start off my video with that, is you are awakening to your own soul. You're awakening to your divinity. You're awakening to greater intuition, where you are listening to your inner guidance. That's the first message. Now, I want to first give you an overview, a bird's eye view of what 711 is, and then in the video we'll break down these numbers with numerology. I love numerology. I am a tarot reader. I'll bring that in, and I work a lot with the energy centers. I'm an energy healer. So I'll bring in my experience, my learnings and growth, and hopefully that's going to help you along in your journey. Okay. So first, when you're seeing the number 711, 711 is a leveling up. If I have to give you one word for it, leveling up, my friends. Leveling up, you're going through a major period of spiritual awakening, a spiritual growth. Okay, many times you may be experiencing a lot of challenges. So 711 shows up in your life. It shows up in your life to tell you that you have celestial support. You have the support of your angels, of your guides, who are helping you through this challenging period. They're helping you to grow stronger and level up in resilience, to be more courageous. Perhaps you're looking to start something new. You want to start a new project. You want to get into a new relationship. You're looking to apply to the next level, or, something new. And when we are having this energy of wanting to start something new, you need courage. And with courage, you also need resilience, meaning that when you will start something new, it will have its own roadblocks, it will have its own challenges. But angels are guiding you to not give up, to have that resilience, to have that courage, to have the faith, to have the trust, and to understand that things move in cyclical patterns. Things move in cycles in the universe. The universe has an expansive cycle and the universe has a contracting cycle. But we as humans, many times we want to go upstream, even though consciously we're not saying I'm going upstream, but we end up going upstream because we are resisting the natural flow. The 711 is coming in to tell you that you are being guided. So if you're going through a period of a challenge, you are expanding, you're growing. So it's like you're growing pains. Many of you will experience these challenges show up in relationships, in love partnerships, in your work, or in your ability to manifest and create a reality, or you're finding it hard to stick to a certain plan. Now, 711 is coming in to tell you that you have inborn talents and you have amazing creative abilities, and it is time to tap into that, and the angels are helping you to be fearless, and let the past be in the past. Let the past be in the past. Shed those pain, shed the fears, and step into your true divine life purpose and divine life path. That, my friend, is in culmination of what 711 is. We're going to go a little bit deeper with the breakdown, like I mentioned, with the numbers 7, the numbers 11, the number 1, the number 8, and the number 9. When you look at 711, these are the inherent numbers that are laced in to the number synchronicity 711 that you are seeing. So let's now start with the number 7. 7, the core energy of 7 is spirituality. The core energy of number 7 is, it is serving as a link between the heavens and the earth. Okay. So through the physical body. Now, let me first go into the energy systems. On the major energy systems or the energy vortexes, we have 7 energy centers, which and I won't go too into it because that will become a class in itself. For those who are interested in it, you can sign up with me and you can learn a lot more if you want to know more about the chakras. Okay, so 7 are based on the 7 chakra systems. The 7th chakra is the crown. Okay, and the first chakra sits at the base of the spine, and that is the root chakra. And I'm going to talk about both of these because these are laced in the number 711. 7th chakra, it's called the Sahasrara, and it is depicted by 1,000-petal lotus. I repeat, 1,000-petal lotus. Now, 1,000-petal lotus, as it's opening up to divine consciousness, to the divine mind, to all that is. When the petals, if you see my visualization on top of my head, if there are only a few petals open, look at how much energy is coming in, smaller. As it begins to open, what's happening? Greater energy, greater awareness, greater understanding is opening and coming in. And that's why it is a flowering. 7, anytime you're seeing the numbers 7, anytime, it doesn't matter what's before, what's after, I'm helping you understand the energy of 7. Know that you are growing in spiritual understanding. You're shedding the ego and you're opening to the oneness, to the connection, to all things that are around. And the more understanding you gain over time, yes, over different experiences, because you gather experiences, the petals open. And as the petals open, you have greater understanding that begins to flow. You have a greater vision. So 7th chakra is also like the apex point, right? It's the place of enlightenment. Whenever you're seeing the number 7, know that there is greater enlightenment that's coming for you. You're going through a spiritual upgrade. You're going through a spiritual awakening and a growth period. And you're going towards greater maturity. It's like you're riding a bike. You start, you fall once, there are a few failures, you learn from the failure, you learn with resilience, you learn that you need to put in some effort, and with dedicated effort, you begin to ride the bike, and it becomes effortless flow. So initially, sometimes you may find that forgiving someone or someone who said something is kind of hard. is kind of challenging. But over time, with this divine energy that's flowing, and it's changing your perceptions, it's changing how you express yourself, it's changing and opening up your heart. Yes, changing your heart too. And it's giving you greater willpower, and it's helping you to release the stagnant emotions, the stuck emotions of hurt and pain and resentment, and you're able to then stabilize yourself in this physical realm. You're feeling good in your body. You're feeling good and at peace with the environment, which is the physical realm. So my friends, 7 is laced with that energy of understanding. So if you're seeing the number 7, know that they are lessons that are unfolding in your life. Those lessons would be courage through adversity. Okay, finding that courage in the face of adversity. Okay. Then there's also the lessons of letting go. Okay, letting go and understanding that every time that I make a choice towards going in this relationship or not. When I make a choice towards going in this relationship, I will experience something. Okay, so every choice you will have an experience. So there will be an understanding of discernment of the choices. So 7s also are talking about discernment, discerning what it is that your heart wants. Is it the ego? Is it something that's just coming because it's shiny and it's exciting? And that's okay. There's no judgment on that. Understand there's no judgment in the divine opening and unfolding. Perhaps your soul is needing to experience that shininess for some time. So releasing the judgment, know that every choice is bringing forth an experience in your life. 7s also highlight lessons of patience. It's like if you look in nature, you plant a seed. It takes time for a plant to fully bloom and to grow. Okay, for you to fully bloom and grow, whether it's your idea, you started a new company, you started to work in a new place, or you started a new educational field, you've entered into a relationship, whatever this project is, whatever this new is, whenever you enter into something, it holds great potential. And then there are lessons, then there are experiences that we have. So know that the full bloom of the plans, you put a blueprint, and for the blueprint, and then let's say you're making a car, right? You have a blueprint of a car, and then from the design phase to the actualization of seeing the car in the physicality, there is going to be a process. That process can't be hurried too instantaneously. We wish it could be, but on the earth plane, it takes time for a manifestation to show up in a physical reality. Understanding that, being patient with yourself, being patient with the cycles, releases the energy of frustration, releases this angst, the anger, the resentments, and why somebody helped you, why somebody didn't help you. You begin to learn those lessons, and you begin to harmonize your energy, and that's what the number 7 is bringing in your life. So yes, it can feel lucky, but my personal experiences has been that 7 has been quite challenging. Anytime I see the 7s, I would feel a little bit shaky, like, oh my gosh, big lessons. But yes, for some, the spiritual growth comes with ease, and with some, the spiritual growth comes with a little bit of a and for me, that's what it has been. And I do, of course, find the 7s very lucky. I do, because of the growth that I have experienced with this unfoldment of one petal at a time. And I've been seeing the 711 for quite some time, but this became like quite active on my recent trips to Chicago and to San Francisco. I was out and about, and I was not meditating during that time, and it was showing up quite a lot, and that's when I got the guidance, intuitive guidance, to bring that on my channel. So 7s, yes, will have a lot of lessons, and that's why even in tarot we're talking about the energy of 7 is the energy of chariot. Chariot is where the soul is in charge, where the soul is guiding you to understand the light and the dark, to understand that this is what completes the whole circle. So it's not just light work, it's also to understand the divine darkness and what that shadow brings, meaning what does that ache and pain, and to feel that, not to reject the emotions. But here the sevens are saying that not to be attached to one experience, to have that experience and surrender. So sevens will also help you when they're showing up, they're guiding you, they're helping you to surrender, to let go of control. As many times we want to control an outcome. It's very natural, it's very human, but you'll notice across all of us humans, some have an easier way to surrender and some have a harder time, right? So the lessons are different for different people. So that's the key energy of the number 7. Now let's talk about the ones. The ones are about determination, independence, of new starts. New starts. One is always about your self-belief, self-esteem, leadership, and a new beginning. And in tarot, it comes to the aces. And the aces are brimming with new energy, with opportunity, with enthusiasm, with clarity. And they bring an emotional fulfillment filled with a lot of divine energy. And in tarot, the first card in the major arcana is the Magician. And if you think about a magician is like pulling out all these amazing tricks, right? Is a magic illusionist or a manifester. Well, we call them the manifester. So the light aspect of the magician energy is that you have the innate gifts and talents within you, my friend. And that's what the number 1, whether it's in tarot, which is about the aces, which is about the magician, or the energy of number 1, that you, my friend, are given these innate talents. Some of them are untapped. And with this 711, with the 2 ones coming in, there is a downpour of double the power, double the energy, double the creativity. So there is a lot of growth, a lot of expansion with the number 11. I'm bringing in 11 because 11 is a master number which has 2 ones next to it. Right? So with this power that you are bringing in, with this intense power and the angelic support, what's going to happen is you're going to be activating all your potential. You're activating the root chakra. You're activating the sacral. You're activating the solar plexus, which is your will center. And through the will, you're able to materialize. Now you're able to bring to matter what? Your new ideas from the subtle realm of the divine consciousness. You're bringing it in and materializing it. You're solidifying it, right? So solidifying it into something here. That's what a magician does. Now, I talked about the 7, the 7th chakra. And with the 1s and the 11s, I want to highlight the 1 I mentioned earlier, which sits at the base of the spine on your chakra system, is the root chakra. The root chakra is the most dense. So when we are looking at the chakra systems, super quick, I said this is not going to be a full video on chakras, but it will help with your understanding and a visualization. When we are moving from the apex point, we are bringing in that subtle energy, and the energy starts to become denser and denser and denser as it starts to come down into our physical body, into the energy body. And when the energy hits the root chakra, it is now ready to materialize. So think of it as a process of moving from your blueprint now to materialization of that car. That entire process of ideas, of expression, of getting people together, putting the parts together, working on it, and then creating the product, right? So think of it as that. So number 1 deals with matter. Number 1 deals with energy of here and now. So it will deal with your finances, it will deal with your physical body, it will deal with your home, your career, everything to do with something that you are touching. I'm sitting on this couch here, so it deals with this energy of the physicality. Now, for things to come and be in the physicality, they must first come through the divine energy. So with the 711, with the 1-1 now, we're focusing on the 1-1, and I'll put everything together for you. So with the 1-1, you are receiving now double the energy, like I said, double the power, okay, double the growth, so double. Everything is amplified. So think of as number one, that's why number 1 and 1 together is an amplification of energy. Now we are getting complete source light energy through our body to be able to express your authentic self. So divine is expressing itself through you, through your unique ideas, and with the charge of your emotions, you're going to be able to create something, right? So two people come together, they have different ideas, and this is how I want to start an entrepreneurship, or this is what I want to do at the workplace, this is what I want to do in a relationship. And so every person is bringing forth their divine essence. So one is about solidifying your divine essence. Now, it's important for us to kind of break this down in this way, and then you'll understand how it's laced together. Now, it also, 711, 7 plus 1 is 8. We also have the energy of 8 in the 711. And 8, my friend, is again an energy of success. It's the energy of determination, and it is the energy of prosperity and wealth. That's why we say, you're seeing the 8, you're seeing there's going to be a lot of prosperity and wealth. Now, what does that mean? If you look at the 8, and I'm going to tilt the 8 sideways, it is the infinity loop. So you've got karma and cycles, as above, so below. So it also deals with bringing into balance your ego, the physicality, and your spiritual realm through you. Okay, it's important. Now we move to the energy of 9, because 7 plus 1, 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 is about culmination, humanitarian effort. It's about wisdom. It's about completion. It's about attainment. Okay, and it's about material prosperity and success. Now, in tarot, the 9 relates to what we call as the hermit card. And in that hermit energy, which is, they're showing a solitary person, they're holding a staff, and they're crouched over. The energy looks a little bit, dull, dark. So you feel like that person is alone, solitary. So understand why I'm talking about this, because 9 is the inherent energy of 711. 9 is the big energy of 711. The hermit speaks of contemplation, self-reflection. What do I truly want? What have my experiences led me to be? My experiences have brought me to be here. I have this education. I put in this much time and effort in this workplace. I put in this much time and effort in this relationship. What went wrong? Why am I not feeling good here? I'm not feeling appreciated. Or did I give too much here? Or perhaps I should have given more here. So those are the different types of questions you begin to ask. And the hermit will go inward and say, do I truly want to follow this anymore? What is it that my soul wants? What is it that's bringing me fulfillment? The hermit asks these questions about, are these fears based in reality, or are these just the whims of the mind? So the power of the mind is highlighted with the 711. The power of intention is highlighted with 711. And the power of forgiveness and the emotional fulfillment and balance is highlighted with the 711. The hermit asks, what is it that I want? What am I willing to give up? Where am I willing to put in the time? Is it worth my time? Is this where I want to put in my energy? Is this what I want to experience? So there is a contemplative energy to the number 9, one of my favorite numbers. If we can be happy with ourselves, by ourselves, and be content, you share that contentment with another person. And that's what the hermit energy teaches us, is the value, the growth, and everything begins within you. So going inward is a big journey, is a big message of 711. Some of you may feel like you're being forced to be in isolation. And it's for this reason, my friends. It's for this reason. Because your higher self is wanting you to really now actually close your eyes to the outer world and say, what is my heart feeling? If I am not distracted by the external world of what the world is saying, do this, do that, don't do this, do this. I want to do this, and I should look like this, and I should speak like that. The hermit says we close the eyes and we then see what is the inner world. And the inner world, my friend, once you begin to tap in, is a very rich world. And that's where you begin to start to open up your heart to follow what your heart really wants. And when you begin to follow what your heart really wants, there's this sense of freedom. There's this sense of, freedom's what's coming through. I had all these notes, by the way. And right now I'm just channeling. And I'm feeling a lot of energy in my throat. So many of you may be going through blockages in your sacral energy, which is your emotions. You're unable to let go of some past hurts, because I'm feeling it in my heart right now as I'm connecting to your energy. And it prevents the expression. So many of you are not fully expressing your authentic truth. And 711, my friend, is speaking of leveling up of your authentic expression of who you are, how you are, the beauty of your soul. Okay? So that's what the nines are about. So you gain a lot of wisdom. Right? You gain wisdom, meaning it was already there. You just simply had to shut your eyes and say, I now look at my rich landscape, which is inner world. And that's what 711 is also activating in your life. You'll experience periods where you are finding yourself isolated, or you're wanting to be a little bit alone. Okay? Then there'll be periods where you're going to be activated and supercharged, because the aces, I love the aces. The aces, I can just feel it in my body, are just so amazing, because they're brimming with so much potential. It's like the seed, and it just comes to you from the divine. Like, yes, there is a new opportunity, or there's this new relationship, or there's this new project, or you get to start and create this service line or product line, or you're starting this humanitarian work. And there is so much potential of growth. So it's like a child's energy. So the aces feels like a child's energy, which is innocent, which has everything that's possible. Okay? Everything that's possible. It's not laced with, I don't know if it'll work out, I don't know if that person will do. No, there's a potentiality of a yes. So when you're seeing the aces, it's the yes. When you're seeing the ones, it's a big yes from the universe, that yes, go forth for your heart's dream. Yes, follow what your heart says. You know, that childlike energy, the enthusiasm, the trust in the divine. With the 711, your trust in the divine and the cycles is expanding. Yeah. So that's what's kind of coming through for what 711 is. Let me scan to see if I missed something over here. Did I talk about psychic awareness? If I didn't, you are leveling up in your psychic awareness, my friends. This is the big energy of turning a page. Fresh, luminous energy is what I wrote. Right? I like what I wrote over here, so I'm going to read from here. It says that the question you must ask yourself with the 9 energy is, what brings me fulfillment? Having the courage and the resolve to follow that and to invest in your own dreams. So 711 is asking of you, what brings you fulfillment, my friends? And then having the courage to follow that, having the resolve to follow that, okay? And to invest in yourself. So we'll do a quick recap of 711. 711 is the energy of attainment, of spiritual growth, of power, of recognition, of wisdom. And this is the time for you to express your inborn talent fearlessly. Okay? Take charge of your passions. Give them room to grow. Okay? And have the resolve and have the resilience to follow through with your heart's passions and callings. And allow your true expression, authentic expression, to come through. This is the time for turning the page on luminous energy of new starts that has great potential for growth, emotional fulfillment, and happiness, and material prosperity and success. It is a time for deeper spiritual truths and awakening. It is the time for you to tap into your own inner self. It is a time for you to strengthen your connection with Spirit. 711 is opening you up to greater levels of divine consciousness and awakening your spiritual gifts and powers and greater spiritual maturity. Feel the divine oneness, to feel the infinite potential and the creativity, and allow your inborn talents to be expressed authentically. So my friends, this is a time and a message of you leveling up. You leveling up with the 711. Thank you, angels. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope this has helped you and shed some light and given some hope, perhaps, for you to continue on in your endeavors, to continue on in your life. I'd love to hear comments from you, and do share with me your journeys if you feel called to write. Perhaps you'll be inspiring others also along who are going through similar things, and it's kind of good to connect, and that's why I created this channel, is to create a little community here where we can connect through. It's not just me giving information, that's wonderful, but I love to hear from all of you, and I love it. I totally do. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you're not part of the community, you want to grow with us, you want to be a part of this, then subscribe. And there are many things that I offer on the channel and off of this channel as well, and you can explore all of that. I'm going to put the social media links and all the things that I do in the description box of this video. So I send you blessings of love and light, and I'm going to catch you in my next video. I love you much. Mwah. Bye.